Begin by sliding the inner barrel through the barrel hole in the front end of the receiver. Then, fit the Inokatsu gearbox into place in the rear of the receiver. Make sure the gearbox is fully inserted into the receiver so that the fire setting plate hole on the side of the receiver aligns cleanly with the gearbox fire setting screw hole, and that the fire selection gear on the gearbox does not fall off. Also ensure that the inner barrel opening fits snugly around the gearbox BB fire exit. Next, firmly screw on the fire setting plate assembly by hand or with a screwdriver, depending on your product model. Notice that the assembly is keyed and will only fit into the gearbox one way. Now, take the trigger guard and slide it into place by first fitting the front end into the back of the magazine release and then snapping the back into place against the gearbox where it meets the receiver. Then, slide the outer pistol grip over the gearbox pistol grip and screw into place. And screw the barrel placement screws on the top front of the receiver until they are tight and the barrel assembly is firmly in place. Take the entire front end assembly and attach it to the rifle. Begin by taking the barrel handle and bracket and attaching them to the back of the forend. Then slide the entire assembly onto the inner barrel until the barrel grip and bracket fit firmly against the front of the receiver. Tighten the two screws on the top front of the receiver to secure the assembly. Next, slide the rear of the gas tube into the two grooves on the top front of the receiver above the barrel securing screws, and join the front of the gas tube with the gas block affixed to the barrel assembly. To finish up, put the bolt carrier in place on top of the receiver. Then, slide the bolt carrier pin and spring through the side of the bolt carrier and into the receiver, hooking the back end of the pin onto the dust cover release affixed to the top rear of the gearbox. Finally, fit the front lip of the dust cover into the groove on the sights and bring the back end of the dust cover down to fit around the dust cover release affixed to the top rear of the gearbox. Pull back on the bolt to pop the dust cover release back into place. The assembly is now complete.